Hey guys, so I know I don't usually do stuff like this on my channel, kind of like sitting down like this, but recently I found out that I was pregnant, and right now I'm 17 weeks pregnant, and I've been watching um, a lot of like videos about pregnancy and pregnancy updates and stuff like that, and I just find it so helpful. And I'm a little different. These pregnancy updates are a little different than the normal updates because I just want to give you a little history here, so we'll just step it back a bit. So when I was 17 months old, I found out I had cancer, and when I found out I had cancer, it was a little kind of like late. So they tried me on chemo for like a few months, and it was going down a little bit, but not enough. And they felt that the best way to get rid of it completely so that it wouldn't come back for like sure, then that would be to amputate my leg. So that was a pretty emotional time for my mom and like all my family, my grandmothers, and stuff like that. So it was a very emotional time for them. So I have had an artificial leg since I was about 2.5 when I got my first leg. And so I've always had an artificial leg. I've been with the War Amps for like ever since I got out of the hospital. I heard about them actually when I was in the hospital. One of the cleaning ladies told my grandmother about the War Amps, and the War Amps kind of helps amputees and child amputees help so that we get together every so often and we talk about all of this stuff about how we're doing and bullies picking on our artificial limbs and stuff like that, just stuff that makes us uncomfortable, and like we can talk to people there about it because they get it. And so it's very good to have, but I don't think the United States actually has like anything like that. So I just wanted, like, I was looking on YouTube for something like this and I couldn't find it anywhere. So I just want to post this about this just so that maybe I can help people who, have questions about this and like they don't know who to talk to because maybe they don't know anyone else with an artificial limb. So I just kind of want to put it out there and talk about it. So I think I'm going to do this throughout my whole pregnancy. Whenever I have updates, I'm going to come and talk to you guys about it. So we'll start off with how I feel about my leg and being pregnant and how it changed a lot. So, so my artificial leg hasn't been fitting very well. First, I thought it was like swelling, but I think I'm just getting bigger, and some of the weight is actually going to my artificial leg, which it usually never did before, but it recently has. So, so yeah, it's been very hard to try to fit it on. Like, I only try to put it on when I have to. I have actually crutches that if I need to get up in the middle of the night sometimes and like my hip really hurts, I'll actually go on the crutches to get around the house and to the bathroom and to get something to drink and stuff like that because I don't really want to put my leg back on. So when I come home from work or being out, all I want to do is just take off my leg and like just chill for the rest of the night. I just don't want it on. I want it off. And that's how I was when I was a kid too. I wanted it off all the time. I wanted nothing to do with it. I just wanted to run around with my stump and, just like chill, like be a kid. And it's been harder because like I'm older, so I have more weight on me than when I was a kid. So it's a little different now than when I was a kid. But recently I've been having pains in my hips, and actually my left hip is worse because my right hip is the one with the amputation, and my left hip is the one that hurts. So I don't know if it's just something, it probably is just that I'm off balance and I'm not getting enough balance on that side, so it kind of hurts. But yeah, that's all about my artificial leg and stuff like that. And I've been actually having like a lot of stomach, like not pains, but like it's like I pulled a muscle, and I don't really know what that is. So maybe if you guys have like are pregnant and you guys have been through that, maybe you guys have some kind of tip, or you guys know if that's normal to feel like kind of like you pulled a muscle. And it usually happens like at night when I'm like trying to sleep, and I find like my belly starts to hurt and I like pulled a muscle or something kind of way. It doesn't feel like a kick, it feels like I pulled a muscle. But I am actually feeling the baby kick inside, not outside. But I do feel the little flutters inside. I didn't really know at first that I was feeling the baby kick because it tickled. And I was like, I don't know what people are talking about. This like tickle or this flutter that they're getting. I don't have that. And I thought it was so weird. And then I was laying there one day and I just scratched my belly. And I was like, wait a minute. That kind of tickled a little. Because like usually I'll just scratch my belly and I won't even like, it won't even clue in, but like that day it just did. It just clued in. I was like, maybe that's the flutter that everyone is talking about. And sure enough, I asked my grandmother. I was like, kind of tickles, like a kind of tickly, kind of flicky feeling inside. She's like, yeah, that's the baby kicking. I'm like, oh, okay, you know. So the baby apparently likes to kick only when I'm laying down. So when I go to sleep, it is time for him or her to start kicking. And I am going to find out the sex of the baby. I'm going to find out the sex on January 5th. So if they let me, I'll probably video that for you guys so that you guys can see it too. And video us like finding out and stuff like that. So I want to start doing like nursery tours and stuff like that. Once we actually know the sex, we're going to start painting and we'll have everything, you know, kind of in here. And so yeah, we're going to do that. And so I'm just going to talk about how I felt when I first got pregnant, because a lot of people say like they feel so good. Like everyone's like, oh, I feel so good when I'm pregnant. Oh, pregnancy was the best time. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you serious? Like, are you for real? Because it's not what I expected at all. I always wanted to be pregnant. I wanted to have 4 kids for like my whole life. My boyfriend only wants 3, so we're gonna have to compromise on that. But yeah, it's just been so hard, like everything, my leg and my stomach, and getting appointments to be like, you know, remembering all these appointments and stuff like that. And I just wanted to tell you guys this story because I think it's so funny. Well, now I did not think it was funny at the time. My boyfriend thought it was funny, but I did not think this was funny at the time. So when I first found out I was pregnant, I went to A&W. I don't know if you guys have an A&W where you guys are, but if not, it's just like a fast food joint. They sell like hamburgers, fries, onion rings, chicken fingers, chicken burgers, all that kind of stuff. And my favorite thing to get there is the spicy habanero chicken burger. It is spicy. So I usually don't get the spicy mayo on the burger. I usually just get regular mayo, and then it's just like the patty that's spicy. And anyways, yeah, so that was not nice because when it came back up, it did not feel great at all. So I definitely recently I've been actually okay with spice. Like the other night I went to work and they had this really, really spicy like scallops that were covered in like very much spice. Like you couldn't even taste the scallops. And like I tasted it and I liked it, but it was too much. But I was so surprised I did not puke it back up. I was so surprised. I was like, oh my gosh, I actually kept that down. Like, I have a lot of acid reflux, which I think is like mostly what I have. I've only puked ever like that one time being pregnant so far. So hopefully, fingers crossed stays that way. But yeah, it's definitely been quite a time. It's going to take some getting used to because this definitely does not feel normal. It feels so different and like so weird. It's just like the weirdest feeling. And yeah, so if you guys have any comments, leave them down in the bar down there and I will answer them. Please, please, please make sure they're not mean comments. I don't like mean comments. Not much people do. So I will show you guys a belly shot before I go. So this is 17 weeks pregnant. And this is my belly. It's quite large. I find like it's gotten bigger. It looks bigger on camera than it does like in real life. But yeah, that is my belly shot. So if you guys like these kind of videos, definitely keep watching and I'll definitely keep putting more up. And if you like it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because definitely there's going to be more of these kind of videos, talking and stuff like that. And maybe, who knows, in maybe one of the videos I might get you guys to put some questions in the comments and I'll answer them. And you guys will see how I answer. So I hope you guys liked this video and see you guys later. Bye.